Hello, happy Monday, and welcome to the Monday Morning Pep Talk. In this week's installment, we're going to dig into I don't have the skills to get the job I want. Let's first talk a little bit about the problem here. In many cases, we've done something for a large part of our career, or at least the last phase of our career, that doesn't align with the work we want to do in the future. We believe our current skills are not transferable to our new job, and that we need to acquire a bunch more new skills in order to get the job we want. It's important to acknowledge that skills are only part of our abilities. Skills are those things that can be learned or taught, but there's also knowledge, like the facts we've learned or experiences that we've had. And finally, there's our talent or our natural ways of being. And I believe these are our real superpowers. For example, you could love people, or you could love numbers, or you could love building. You could think creatively, or you could be a very structured linear thinker. Or you may have the ability to naturally connect, direct, or even inspire people. This is how we can start to look at you as a whole person and not just a set of skills. So, how might we reframe this in a more productive way? Let's start by looking at the skills, knowledge, and talents that you do have and what you've done with them already. Pay special attention to your talents or the natural abilities, as these have practical applications in almost every job or industry. These superpowers will serve you regardless of the job or industry that you're interested in. And believe it or not, your past life and work is full of wisdom on where you have been passionate, successful, and thriving. So we need to start from there. Instead of focusing on the things you don't have, identify the talents, skills, and knowledge that you do have and how you've used them successfully both in your life and in your work. The biggest mindset shift here is going from I need to find a job with the skills I have to I need to find a job I love that leverages the talents, knowledge, and skills I love to use. So there was a point 7 or 8 years ago that I was convinced I wanted to be a software developer. And then I needed to start taking courses in earnest and build skills in order to be one. And I was sharing this with a dear friend, and he made two very insightful observations. First, he pointed out that I had a natural ability to relate with people. He then said that most of the software developers that he knew spent the majority of their time in front of computers, not people. He then simply asked, do you want to spend more time in front of your computer or in front of people? When put so simply, it was clear that what I actually wanted was to be more engaged with people. The second thing he said that really moved me was, you have all the skills you need to be successful right now. He was pointing out that my ability to relate with people and help them work towards a common goal would serve me well in absolutely any industry I chose to work in. So the two big takeaways from this conversation that I think apply to all of us are other people often have greater insight into our superpowers than we do. And two, we often talk ourselves out of pursuing a career or job before better understanding how our current skills, knowledge, and talents could serve that industry or organization. So, how do we put this into practice? This week, we'd like you to try two things. First off, take some time to reflect on your past successes. If you haven't already, create a personal highlight reel and include all of your past personal and professional success, compliments, accolades, achievements at home, at school, at work, in your family, amongst your friends, in your community. Think about all of the roles you play and identify where you've excelled in each. For each of those successes you identify, think about the skills, knowledge, and talents that aided in your success. And don't be afraid to ask people that you worked with or engaged with in those contexts what stood out to them as your superpowers. They may have great insights that you are not even aware of. And second, Find a person who's in the role or the industry you're interested in and have a conversation with them about their journey and what makes people successful in their work. You may be surprised to learn that they list the talents first and then they talk about skills and knowledge second. Other questions you can ask them include, what talents do your best people have? What skills or knowledge differentiates people in this work? Where is there a critical need for a certain type of skill or ability? And also, what are some of the roles that can set me up to get this role if I don't have the experience and the skills I need just yet? You can also share with them some of the skills that you have and understand if there are roles adjacent to the role that you want that you might be able to build, expertise in. Now, all of that said, there will always be jobs that require specific technical skills. But the reality is that those jobs require a lot of other things as well. So you can try to find a pathway into those jobs based on your own talents and abilities before telling yourself it's totally impossible. So, as always, please give these steps a try and let us know how it goes. Thank you for your time and attention. Remember, I love you, I believe in you, and I am here for you. Take care of yourselves and one another, and we'll see you again next week.